Got Faded Japan.
I'm all about my business, but I ain't got no briefcase. Yeah, all I got's some whiskey. Open that whiskey, bring it to you. Yeah, I'm leaning up against the door, and my feet are to the floor, and we're messing on go. Yeah, I've been in before. I'm a broken man, needing immediate lands. I'm all about my business.
What's up, feeders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan, and I am your host, Johnny. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes, booze, Japan, and the news. But unfortunately, today it's just Johnny. And it is freezing cold in this apartment. It is so cold. It is freezing cold. There's something wrong with my heater. So here I am, all bundled up and trying to stay warm with hot coffee. And I'm just chilling here. I should have hot sake. You're right. But yeah, I don't have hot sake. Yeah, maybe tomorrow when I do this show. But yeah, speaking of the show, this is episode number 731. Again. Yes, episode number 731 again. And why is it episode number 731 again, Johnny? Well, I did episode number 731 last week, and I had it up for a couple of days, but the guest who I had on that episode saw it on YouTube and was like, yo, I am way too faded. I can't believe I was that drunk. I didn't think I was that drunk. You got to take it down. Please take it down. Please take it down, Johnny. Take it down. And so, I respect our guests. I respect anybody who takes the time to come and be on Got Faded Japan. So I honored his wishes and I took it down. But he's going to be back on the show eventually in the future. So I'm not going to throw him under the bus by saying his name. But if you were lucky enough to listen to that episode on iTunes or Spotify or Podbean or whatnot, or if you saw it on YouTube, wow, that was an awesome episode. Woo! Oh my God, that was crazy. But yeah, unfortunately I did have to take it down. But and the only reason why we got too faded was because we were drinking before the show and everything was cool. But then the guest pulled out two magnificent big boy cans, which means the very, very big cans of beer that was like 10.5% alcohol. I mean, they were strong. It was like vodka beer. And you guys know that I don't like beer that's over 8%, but this beer was good, but it was just really, really strong. And after we drank those beers, we were lit. We were faded. I mean, holy smokes, it was crazy. And then he pulls on a bottle of wild turkey and he's like, Johnny, look what I got. I got a bottle of wild turkey. And I said, holy smokes. I have bitters. I have my brother's maple syrup and I have water. And with these ingredients, we can make old fashions. And oh man, faders, I got to tell you one thing. If you like whiskey and if you like an old fashioned, you got to use maple syrup instead of sugar. And it is just unbelievably amazing. Oh my goodness. It's like a completely different drink and it's 10 times better. Now, an old fashioned is called an old fashioned because that's what I guess like poor people did in the 1920s when they wanted their whiskey to last longer. They diluted it with water. They added bitters because the whiskey tasted kind of not so good. And then they added sugar because, I mean, it's the 1920s. They put sugar on everything. They put sugar on anything. They put sugar on steak. They're like, put some sugar on it, make it taste better. But anyway, an old fashioned is basically that, a very simple but traditional and a classy drink. And I highly recommend that you use maple syrup. It is, oh my God, it is so good. It is absolutely spectacular. We drank pretty much, those drinks were so amazing where we pretty much killed that bottle. I mean, we drank like 3/4 of a bottle of whiskey on top of all the beer that we just drank. And so that episode, yes, it was a drink along episode. And I hope nobody drank along because, I mean, I survived, he survived, but barely. Oh my God, it was so good. But wow, holy smokes. And speaking of maple syrup, my God, my brother, he lives in a little farm somewhere in northern Michigan. And he makes his own maple syrup. It's like his new little hobby that he's been doing for the last couple of years. And I got to say, when he first told me about it, he's like, yo, I'm making maple syrup. I'm thinking about starting a business, whatever. And I was like, yeah. Good luck. Maple syrup is maple syrup, blah, 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 you know? And then I was like, I think the Canadians kind of have that industry covered, by the way. But no, my brother, he stuck to his guns and he made maple syrup. And I got to say, natural, 100% natural maple syrup that's straight from the tree with no chemicals or nothing that's coming from my brother is the best maple syrup I've ever had in my whole entire life. My whole entire life. It is amazing. I mean, he's got to make more of it. And he's got to sell it online or something. And his angle should be, this is the maple syrup that you use for a delicious old fashioned, because, oh my gosh, that combination together, those ingredients together was just, unbelievable. I couldn't believe how good it was. So faders, you all got some homework, all right? After this episode of Got Faded Japan, get yourself some maple syrup, some bourbon, some water, and some bitters. Put that together and enjoy the best drink you've had all year. And I can say that because, well, it's only been a couple of weeks. The year is young. So anyway, yeah, that will definitely be the best drink you've had so far this year. Oh, it was for me. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, that episode, yeah, I had to kill that episode. It was scrubbed from the internet. If you were able to watch it, thank goodness, it was great. I liked it. But yeah, speaking of episodes, I've got some amazing news. In 2 days, I'm going to meet a band who I've known for well over 10 years here in Tokyo. It's a Japanese band, and they are pretty much the king and queen of Japanese electro clown punk rock. Let that sink in, right? And this band, you probably know who they are. I mean, I've talked about them a million times on Got Faded Japan, but they are absolutely amazing. They're like the best of people. They're so cool, so friendly. They're 110% into their band, and I'm going to have them on Got Faded Japan. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a preview of how we're going to do that episode. These guys don't speak, well, they speak a little English, but not much English, right? And so I was just going to interview them. So it's going to be me and then them, right? But then I was thinking, if I ask them a question in English, then I translate it into Japanese, and then they talk in Japanese, and they speak to me in Japanese, and then I translate their Japanese into English, I'm going to be speaking 90% of the episode, kind of like today. It's going to drive you crazy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have another friend of the band and myself on the show, and I'm going to talk to him. He speaks English and Japanese too. He's going to communicate with them, and then they're going to communicate with him, and then he's going to communicate with me. So that's how we're going to do that episode, because guys, this band is absolutely spectacular. They are so amazing, and they are blowing up. They've already toured the world a couple of times, and they've got a huge festival that they do here in Tokyo, and they're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I saw them at a concert. Was it 2 weeks ago? And there was so many people at this little nightclub in Shinjuku where you couldn't open or close the door. I mean, it was a death trap. It was so dangerous to the point where I had to leave. I was like, no, I am too claustrophobic. I just survived the earthquake up north. I got a GTFO. I can't be around this. So I saw them a little bit and then I got out. But yeah, they're attracting so many people where you can't pack the club, where you can't fill up the club anymore because it's way too packed. The clubs, oh my God, these guys are just going to be super big in like another year, like mega big. So I wanted to get them on the show right now, and just so you guys can experience them before they actually make it. I mean, seriously make it. And good luck. I mean, thank God too. I mean, because they've been working so hard. I'm so happy for them. But anyway, we will know and learn all about these guys in the next episode. All right. So you're probably thinking, Johnny, okay, you're talking about this, that, and the other thing, but what about the news? We're here for Got Faded Japan because we love the news. And faders, I not only dress to kill, especially in this climate, but I definitely come packing. I've got the news. So fasten your seatbelts. I got a lot of stuff. And actually, if you did watch or listen to the last episode, it's the same news, but it's great stuff. So I'm going to read the news. And yeah, enjoy.
Yo, what's up, faders? Got Faded Japan has got a new sponsor. Our new sponsor is Gamuso Bar, located in Asagaya, Tokyo. if you're kicking it in Tokyo and you want to get your groove on, get your fade on, you better get your ass down to Gamuso. Gamuso is located in Asagaya. It's about 11 minutes from Shinjuku Station on the Chuo line. Gamuso has weekly bands, weekly performances. And hell, if you got your own event and you want to hold it at Gamuso, we'd love to host you. So contact Gamuso at www.gamuso.com. That's www.gamuso.com. That's right. Gamuso has not only beers in the bottle, but beers on tap. We've got every drink you want, so come on down to Gamuso. Gamuso, and if I'm working, tip me.
Have your attention, please. Attention.
Hey, yo, what's up, Faders? Johnny here. You know I love booze and news, but I also love art. So come on down to thespiltink.com and check my art out. I've got tons of stuff there for you to check out. And I've got paintings, I got prints, I got videos. And I tell you what, if you like a painting, I could probably sell it to you. And I tell you what, if I can't sell you that painting, I will definitely sell you a print. I've got prints of all my work. Prints are about 2,000 N each, about $20. But if you buy two, you get the third one for free. So come on down to thespiltink.com. Yo, and on top of that, I'm looking for commissioned work. So if there's something that you want me to do, I can make it for you. Just check out my stuff and see if you like my style. And if you like my style, I can definitely paint you anything on canvas, paper, whatever. I've done it all. So come on down to thespiltink.com. That is THESPILTINK.com. Thespiltink.com. Proper.
Are you in Harajuku with some out-of-town friends or your family or significant others? Yeah! Do you want to chill and drink beer and eat sandwiches while your friends overpay for glitter unicorn socks? Yeah!
And the flavor's gonna make you complete at Harry's Sandwich Company.
So come on down to Harry's Sandwich Company in the heart of Harajuku, right off Takeshita Street. See you there!
Mitsuya Liquors. Yo, what's up, faders? If you're in Asia, if you're in Japan, if you're in Tokyo, if you're in Asagaya, you better get down to Mitsuya Liquors. That's right. For the most affordable prices in Japan, you can get over 300 different kinds of beer. That's right, over 300 different kinds of beer. And of course, they got all the shochu you need, all the sake you need, and of course, they got wine from California to Italy to France to New Zealand. They got it all. When I say they got it all, they really, seriously got it all. There's no joke about that. So get down to Mitsuya Liquors. And if you go in there and you say, Got Faded Japan, you will be more than welcome to go into their back room and drink those beers that you just purchased. That's right, Got Faded Japan at Mitsuya Liquors. And 3 times a week, they have a sushi chef there. So get your sushi on, get your drink on, get your fade on, and come on down to Mitsuya Liquors, located comfortably in Asagaya, about 5-minute walk from the station. Mitsuya Liquors.
In Tokyo and craving soul food, we've got just the place for you. Soul Food House in Azabu Juban. Check out what we do at soulfoodhouse.com. Come by and taste the love. We look forward to feeding you.
Here we go. Man arrested after hitting police officer with a hammer in Shiga Prefecture. Well, faders, this is how you don't pass go, but you go straight to jail. Police in Kasatsu, Shiga Prefecture, have arrested a man in suspicion of attempted murder and obstructing a police officer and the performance of his duties after he hit the officer with a hammer. Obstruction of his performance of duties? Gosh, I would just stick with murder. You don't need to pile on any more charges, because this guy, once you get murder, especially in Japan, once you get murder, you're done. So anyway, yeah, this guy is done. He's going to go to jail for ages. Anyway, let's continue. The incident occurred at around 5 a.m. Sunday, local media reported Monday. Police said the 50-year-old officer was on patrol by himself and stopped a man riding a bicycle for voluntary questioning. Police did not say why the officer stopped the man. Well, I'm going to go for broke and say that the man was probably a little drunk, because 5 o'clock in the morning, he's either going to work wearing a business suit and he looks very angry or pissed off, or he looks really happy. And if he looks really happy, it's because he's going home from the bar. So the cop's like, hey, man, get off your bike. You're going to get a ticket. But this guy did not get a ticket, did he? Police said the man got off his bicycle and tried to run away. As the officer grabbed him, he pulled a hammer from his overcoat and struck him in the head. The officer suffered a minor injury but was able to subdue the man. Well, thank goodness. Thank goodness that the officer is okay. That's great news. But an interesting thing, though, this guy got off his bicycle to escape the cop. Why would he just ride away? I mean, if he was on a bicycle, he might have gotten away because riding a bike is a lot faster than running. Trust me. Oh, my God. Well, it's hammer time for that guy. Ugh. Moving forward. Woman fatally stabbed in restaurant with sword. I tell you what, faders. If you go to a restaurant with somebody with a sword, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't go into a restaurant if somebody's carrying a samurai sword. It's not going to wind up being good. It's never in your favor. The only people that should have any kind of a sword or a knife or power tools or anything dangerous, it should be the chef or the cook. I mean, Giovanni was on the show. I'm sure he's going to back me up with this one because, I mean, gosh, who comes to a restaurant with a sword? My God. Police in Yokosuka, Kanagawa Prefecture, arrested a 52-year-old unemployed man on suspicion of killing a woman in her 40s in a family restaurant on Friday. The incident occurred at around 6:30 p.m., Kyoto News reported. Police said witnesses told them that the man, Chieko Sato, was dining with a woman when they started arguing. Oh, my goodness, lady. Oh, God, you messed up big time. If you're arguing with somebody who's carrying a sword, you just let him win the argument. It doesn't matter what it's about. The sky could be red. The ground could be purple. Doesn't matter. Let him win the conversation. He's got a motherfucking sword. Run. Okay. Sato stabbed the woman in the chest with a sword that he had brought with him in a bag. He then called 119, aka 911. The woman was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced dead on arrival. Oh my God. Do you think the guy also dressed as a ninja? I mean, that's another thing. I mean, if you meet somebody like on a blind date or something, and the guy's dressed like a ninja and it's not Halloween and he's got a katana, a samurai sword, man, you just walk away. You just walk away. And if he starts arguing with him, you just say very politely, yes, you are right. I was wrong. Whatever you say is correct. I'm in the wrong. Yes. Absolutely. You are right. Oh, my goodness. Moving forward, 47-year-old man arrested for setting fire to home. It is my home and I'll do whatever I want with it. Ooh, police in Osaka. Aishiteru. Have arrested a 47-year-old unemployed man on suspicion of arson after a fire destroyed part of his mother's home where he also lived. Do you think he said like, but I only burnt down my half. It was my room. The blaze destroyed the second floor of the 2-story wooden house before firefighters extinguished it. The building next door was also partially destroyed by the fire. Nobody was injured, thank goodness. Oh my God, I'd be so pissed off if some little shit across the street set a fire to his house and it burnt down my house too. Oh my God, I would be so pissed. Oh my God. Moving on. Oh, wait. Police found the woman's son outside his house and said that he admitted to starting the fire. Police quoted him as saying that he had been stressed out recently. Oh my God. I'm stressed. I am so stressed right now. Oh my goodness. But you know what I do? I crack open a beer. I get a Killian, a Sapporo, a Suntory Malts, an Ebisu. I get any kind of a Japanese beer. I open it up and I sip it and I just kind of calm down. I kind of relax. I stay away from fire. I stay away from fireworks. I stay away from anything that's dangerous. I just drink that beer and I chill. And that's what this guy should have done. Playing with fire? God, because he's stressed out. My God. Maybe he's stressed out because he's living at home with his mom. Okay, next story. Oh, speaking of fires. Okay. Man finds firefighter sleeping in his living room. Man, you know what? If I saw a firefighter sleeping in my living room, you know what I would do? I'd break out YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Don't go to Johnny's house or anyone's house. Just go to the YMCA. Yeah, that's what I would say. I would sing it, man. I would even dance. Oh, man. Police in Hamamatsu, Shizuoka Prefecture have arrested a 25-year-old man on suspicion of home invasion after he was found sleeping in another person's home on Sunday morning. According to police, the 53-year-old man who lives in the house awoke to find the firefighter sleeping on a sofa in the living room and called police. Hey, buddy, this ain't Halloween. Local media reported the two men did not know each other. Wouldn't that be funny if they did know each other? Like, Tada, what are you doing? There's no fire in here. I don't even smoke. Police said the firefighter was drunk at the time and quoted him as saying that he does not remember entering the house. Okay, well, geez, you know what? That kind of sucks. You know, if I woke up in the morning and I saw a firefighter, you know, just laying there on the sofa, I wouldn't call the police. I mean, I would say, hey, excuse me, buddy. Really sorry, but there's no fire here and I didn't hire a stripper. At least I don't think I did. Oh my goodness. I would not call the police. I'd be like, listen, go home, sleep it off, and yeah, keep on doing God's work by putting out fires. Oh my goodness. Okay, moving on. Two more stories. U.S.-bound ANA plane returns to Tokyo after... Wow. Whoa. I didn't see this one. U.S.-bound ANA plane returns to Tokyo after man bites cabin attendant? Wow. Yo, forget the coronavirus part 2. It sounds like this is the beginning of a real bad zombie attack, and it's starting here in Japan. You are warned. Lock your doors, close your windows, and make sure you have enough ammunition or something to shoot those zombies in the head, because that's the only one to take them out. We've also seen The Walking Dead. Oh my gosh. Moving on with the story. An all-Nippon Airways plane bound for Seattle returned to Tokyo's Haneda Airport early Wednesday after a passenger allegedly bit the arm of a cabin attendant. Oh my gosh. She's got to get checked for rabies and AIDS and hepatitis and the zombie complex. Oh my God. That is terrible. Could you imagine you're working your job, you're a flight attendant, you're up there and you're giving people water and coffee and their snack, whatever. And some guy's like, brains, and bites your arm. That's a bad day at the office. The 55-year-old man believed to be an American. What the hell is this? Believed to be an American? Could he have been South American, Central American, North American, or possibly somebody with like an American flag bandana screaming brains? I think this article is kind of putting us under the bus, man. Jeez. Here we go. Was restrained by crew members before his arrest by Tokyo police at the airport on suspicion of causing injury to the cabin attendant. The incident occurred Tuesday night as Flight 118 was over the Pacific. Wait a second. If it's over the Pacific, which jail would he go to? Because, I mean, if they landed back in Japan, he would go to Japanese jail, and it is an ANA flight. So, yeah, technically, I think, yeah, he would go to Japanese jail. I don't know. If they were past Hawaii, would he go to American jail? I don't know. That's interesting. But anyway, yeah, they should probably take this guy out because I'm pretty sure he's a zombie. The man has denied the allegations and was quoted by police as saying he does not remember what happened because he was a zombie. And he also took a sleeping pill. Oh, my God. Forget snakes on planes. This guy's a zombie. Moving forward to our last story. Kevin, mother arrested for leaving 8-year-old son at home alone for 2 weeks. Oh my goodness, just like Home Alone. But this is after Christmas, I guess. Oh my gosh, that's going to be the best. You're a little kid. You've got no parents for 2 weeks. You're eating anything you want. You're sleeping all day, staying up all night, playing Nintendo, enjoying life, calling your friends up like, yo, Bobby, Joey, Sammy, Taka, Shammy, get over here. I've got Nintendo. We're going to order a pizza. It's going to be great. And but you got to leave early because I got to set up some booby traps because I believe the wet bandits are going to come over. All right, be warned. Police in Hiratsuka, Kanagawa Prefecture, have arrested a 25-year-old woman on suspicion of parental neglect after she left her 8-year-old son alone at their apartment for about 2 weeks last year. Oh, it was before Christmas then. Well, I guess, well, let's see. Police said Rina Akuta, a company employee, told them that she was staying at her boyfriend's home in Ibina from around October 27th to November 9th. Oh, it's before Christmas. So this isn't Home Alone. it's I guess a Nightmare on Elm Street, maybe, because it's October 27th. It's during like Halloween. So, oh my gosh, this kid, maybe he didn't have any candy because he had trick-or-treaters ringing his doorbell every like 2 minutes. Bing bong, here's some candy. Bing bong, here's some candy. Unless he just kept the lights off and he went trick-or-treating. That's what I would have done. Okay, the boy ate cup noodles, prepackaged foods, and whatever else he could find before telling a neighbor on November 9th that his mother had failed to come home. Additionally, he said the electricity in the apartment wouldn't come on. The neighbor immediately contacted police. That's probably why the jig was up, because the thing is, he's like, there's no power. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I can't play Nintendo. I can't watch TV. I can't charge my phone or my iPad. I can't do nothing. Man, I got to get some help. Poor kid. Police said Akuta, who was arrested on Tuesday, has admitted to the charge and quoted her as saying she was worried about how to deal with her son. Jeez. Well, I tell you what, this is how you not deal with a son. If you don't know how to raise a kid, the thing is, you got to be there. You got to be there. This is how you raise a kid. You got to be there. You got to feed him. And then you got to make sure that there's power because he's got to play Nintendo. Kids love Nintendo. When I was 8 years old, my middle name was Nintendo. All I did was play Mario Brothers. It's like what basically kept me going throughout the day. I had a rough childhood, man. I got beaten up by my neighbors all the time. It sucked. I wasn't popular. I wasn't cool. But the one thing I did have was Mario. I had Mario. Mario was like one of my best friends. Love you, Mario. Love you too, Luigi. You're not as cool as Mario, but you're still pretty cool. But oh man, gosh, man, that's terrible. Power went out. Kid had no Nintendo. You got to make sure the kid's got Nintendo. All right, and hopefully this kid he's in foster care or he's with an adult somewhere that has power, that has Nintendo. I don't know. Maybe he's with a relative, but yeah, our hearts and prayers go on to this little kid. And yeah, and faders, that's the news. That's all we have this week. Well, actually 2 weeks at this point. But anyway, so this is what we have. I hope you enjoyed the show. And before we end this episode, I've got a special little treat for you guys. My nephew is he makes music, he makes beats, and he just dropped a track, and it's called Move That Body. And I believe the name of the band is Kawa. And the information on how to contact him, if you like this music, go down to the show notes. It will be there. And so for all you guys that are listening to this on iTunes, iPod, or whatever, yeah, here you go. And for all you guys that are watching us on YouTube, thank you very much. It really means a lot. And speaking of meaning a lot, I want to thank everybody that has been supporting the show. There's a few of you guys that's on Patreon. Thank you so much for hooking us up on Patreon. If you want to support us on Patreon, it's like $2 to $5 a month, and all that money goes to booze. And actually, it's going to go to a heater because I need a heater for this place. It is freezing cold. I'm talking so fast because I want the show to end because I need to go somewhere. I need to go to the bar where it's warm. And drink some hot sake. That's hot. Oh, man. But yeah, we do have a Patreon, and another good way to support the show is going to iTunes, give us a 5-star review, write something groovy. That's pretty cool. And yeah, also we're all over SNS. We're on Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff as well. We're on X, aka Twitter, and yeah, so check us out there. There's tons of stuff there. And yeah, tomorrow's going to be a great show, and then the week after that, spoilers. Guess what? Tom's going to come back for an episode. He's got a little time off, and yeah, he wants to podcast, so he's going to be here. And he says he's going to get me super faded. So I'm assuming he's going to bring a bottle of whiskey or gin or possibly, I don't know, maybe maybe we might have like a wall of beers again. Faders, do you remember that episode where it's like me and Tom and Anthony H. and we had like a 24 pack and a half. We just made this huge wall of beers that went in front of the camera. And every couple of minutes we'd pull a beer down and crush it. Right. And by the time the wall was at least like 3/4 gone, we were just so faded. Oh my God. That was a fun episode too. Anytime I party with Anthony H, it's always a good time. I got to get him back in the show as well. All right, faders, thank you very much for tuning into this very special episode of Got Faded Japan. I hope you didn't get too bored with my rambling on about this, that, and the other thing. But yeah, definitely in our next episode, we're going to have quite a few people on the show. We might even have an audience. I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I might make a couple of calls. I don't know. You'll see in the future. Anyway, faders, thank you very much, and catch you next time. Peace.
summer, buddy. Golden brown, the more you see, the more I need. Are you down to get a better key? Are you down? I'm about to test out. You just wanna puff your chest out. I get the best of them, but you got the rest of them. You saw me test out. You should go up, belly. For me, she giving a leg. Oh, you she ain't even. She thinks I'm sure by that call. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? Just take that young thing so far. Taking it for. You gon' do what you do. Pull that body. 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 Jaws are down for you, summer, buddy. Golden brown, the more you see, the more I need. Are you down to get a better key? Are you down? Too fine, too tight, too right, then go back. Too fine, too tight, too right, then go back. What do you want to know? What do you want to know? See that young thing so fast. Take it in that floor. You only want to do. Pull that body. Pull that body. Jaws are down for you, summer, buddy. Golden brown, the more you see, the more I need. Are you down to get a better key? Are you down? Are you down?
My own brother, a goddamn shit-sucking vampire. Oh, you wait till Mom finds out, buddy.
I've got a government job to abuse.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Slasher.
We're going. We saw, we picked it up. Your move to create
Man, I will never forgive your ass for this shit. This is some fucked up repugnant shit.
Suicide into suicide.
Ah, fuck it, dude. Let's go bold.